Polina Siniatkina is a young artist from Moscow. At 26, she regularly exhibits her work in Russia and abroad. In May 2015, she was taken ill, complaining of a high temperature. Her diagnosis? Tuberculosis, often known as TB.
In Russia, almost everybody has latent TB, so it's like normal. We were born here, and unfortunately the situation is this bad. So only 10% becomes actually sick with this. Because of my immunity, it went down, and then I got sick. That's it. Because of stressful situation.
Polina spent almost 7 months in a TB clinic. While there, she painted other patients to raise awareness of the fact that TB can affect anyone. Her exhibition, called Hold Your Breath, has been shown in Geneva, Bratislava and in several cities across Russia. According to World Health Organization, in Russia, the number of newly diagnosed patients with TB was more than 102,000 people in 2014. Tuberculosis is highly stigmatized in Russia. It is seen as a disease of drug addicts, sex workers and criminals. Ksenia Shenina is a former patient. She says many newly diagnosed patients lack the support they need, so she felt the need to set up a social media page for sufferers. Ksenia says the stigma around TB in Russia can be shocking.
When I was in the hospital, there were women in my ward who didn't even tell their husbands about TB. It used to take a long time to treat TB in hospitals, so they could be away from home for 6 months and say they are being treated for women's problems. It was shocking for me.
Tuberculosis exploded in Russia after the collapse of the Soviet Union, when the country was thrown into a socio-economic crisis. The overall number of TB cases has declined in the last decade, but rates of multi-drug resistant tuberculosis are high. Moscow is one of the leading regions that has managed to control the situation.
The funds we get from the Moscow government allows us to buy TB medication of first, second and third line. In the rest of Russia, they've just started buying third line medication this year, but we had it since 2010. We don't have any problems with medication for TB patients.
The World Health Organization classifies Russia as a high TB priority country, and the organization also warns that TB treatment practices in Russia do not always follow international standards. Julia Lipova, CCTV, Moscow.